Welcome in to I Remember My First Time. Don't be nasty, Jacob. Not that first time.
Damn it.
This is a podcast about cinematic awakenings,
All right, I like the sound of that.
where we talk about the movies we love with someone who just popped their cherry to that movie.
This is sounding better and better the more you talk, BJ.
Jacob, are all the movies we do on this podcast going to be good movies?
God, I hope not.
Do we like shitty movies?
We love shitty movies, sometimes even more than good movies.
Are we critics?
Absolutely not.
But do we love movies?
Oh, we love the shit out of movies. This week's masterpiece is the 2003 Mark Wahlberg classic, The Italian Job.
Don't leave Charlize Theron out of this movie. The movie that made Mini Coopers cool.
Fair enough.
Jacob, I'm going to have to do it by feel.
BJ, there are three things you don't mess with: Mother Nature, mother-in-laws, and mother-frickin' Ukrainians. Best line of the movie.
Oh, yeah. I am man who can grow a better mustache than Edward Norton, BJ Leica.
Joined as always by me, the real creator of Spotify, Jacob Ekus.
So we missed last week in doing a movie. We both got shit going on.
Yeah, life fucking sucks.
Yeah. There's no reason to get into it.
Yeah, such is life.
So we're gonna move on to a movie Netflix describes as a clever thief masterminds a major heist amid the waterways of Venice, Italy, but a betrayal by one of his own spells disaster.
Perfect. Thank you, Netflix.
Yeah, I know it's a heist movie. Let's go.
Yep.
7 out of 10 on IMDb, straight 7 out of 10.
Okay.
72% on Rotten Tomatoes and 68% on Metacritic. All right there together.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what you would expect out of a movie like this.
Yeah.
It's not doing anything you haven't seen before.
No, and it's entertaining, so you're not going to dislike it.
Right. It is exactly what you expect it to be.
Mm-hmm.
What about Raj? What do you think he thought of it?
Because it's exactly what you think you expect it to be, Raj likes this movie.
Raj does like this movie. 3 out of 4 stars, a thumbs up.
Knew it.
This is an interesting review by Roger Ebert. I saw The Italian Job in a Chicago screening room in the midst of a rush of new summer releases. I recollect it now from the Cannes Film Festival, which has assembled one unendurable film after another for its worst year in memory. That doesn't make The Italian Job a better film, but it provides a reminder that we do, after all, sometimes go to the movies just to have a good time and not be mired in the slog of existential despond. Don't get me wrong, I like a good mire and despond movie now and again. It's just that the despond at Cannes has been so unadmirable.
Was Raj having the same kind of week we just had when he watched this movie in 2003?
I think so. Because the entire review, he just keeps throwing jabs at all the shitty movies he saw at the Cannes Film Festival. He describes the F. Gary Gray film as nothing more or less than a slick caper movie with stupendous chase scenes and a truly ingenious way to steal $35 million in gold bars from a safe in a Venetian palazzo.
Okay. He's right.
So he seconded the Netflix
Love that
review.
Love that.
He describes the characters, and my favorite part of this is he ends it with, and Left Ear, played by Mos Def, who can blow stuff up real good.
Yes, he can.
Ending the review, there are a couple of nice dialogue touches. Edward Norton is not the first actor to say, I liked him right up until the moment I shot him. But he is certainly the latest. The ending is suitably ironic. This is just a movie for 2 hours of mindless escapism from a relatively skilled professional level. If I had seen this at Cannes instead of The Brown Bunny, I would have wept with gratitude. he couldn't help but get one more shot at how much he hated cons that year.
The Brown Bunny, experimental road drama, written, directed, produced, and photographed, edited by Vincent Gallio. Professional motorcycle racer Bud Clay heads from New Hampshire to California to race again. Along the way, he meets various needy women who provide him with something. I didn't want to click on the link, but shit.
If Raj says it's that bad, I don't think I'm going to watch it.
I don't think so either. It's 4.9 stars out of 10 on IMDb.
So how'd this movie do in the box office?
I mean, it did pretty well. It had, for what it had going on, I thought it had a pretty modest budget. I'll sneak peek some of my trivia. This is the first movie to shut down downtown LA for movies.
Oh, because it was downtown LA.
Yeah, and they shut it down for 7 days.
It wasn't like those movies that shoot like somewhere in Akron, Ohio, and pretend it's LA. That's legit downtown LA.
Yeah. So they had the LA. They built the subway prop set.
Cool.
They shot in Venice. They have Mark Wahlberg, Donald Sutherland, Charlize Theron, Jason Statham, Mos Def, Seth Green. Only $60 million in 2002.
That is lower than I thought.
Yeah.
Because this looked like a giant budget movie.
No kidding. So in 2022, where it's just $97 million, which I think is still really low considering everything. Yeah. But North America, it had $106 million, so it made all its money back in North America plus some. And worldwide, $176 million.
All right.
Yeah, so $285 million today. So
I can see that. Yeah.
Fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think about the movie, BJ? This is not your first time watching it.
No, it is my first time in a very, very long time watching it.
First time as an adult for both of us.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me your review of the movie, your general review.
I love this fucking movie.
Okay.
My favorite genre of film is heist, caper, whatever you want to call them, type movies. I fucking love them. And I loved this movie. That's really all I can say. And everybody's right when they're like, oh, it's nothing more than a slick movie with car chases and heists. It's like, yeah, And
yeah,
what's the problem here? Your thoughts?
Nothing. Basically the same. Like it's just a good movie.
Just a fun movie.
Yeah. As a teenager, I probably saw this right around 14 times. It was one of my favorite movies as a teenager. I probably won't ever watch it again because now I'm at like 15 or 16.
Oh yeah, you don't need to watch it that many times.
No, but for 2 hours it was nice. I enjoyed the comedy. I enjoyed the heist. It was good.
But you'd watch you might pull up on YouTube that first Venice heist scene though, right?
Yeah. And even montage. One of the coolest montage scenes. I'll watch the montage on YouTube before I watch the opening heist scene probably.
I love what they did.
Yeah.
In introducing the group.
Yeah, it was cool. What did you actually before I ask you what you liked about the movie, let's give our listeners a little insight on BJ. Why do you like heist movies so fucking much? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, heist movies are your favorite kind of movies.
Favorite. Absolutely favorite genre of movie. And what I think it is it's the pizza of movies. Are some pizzas better than others? Absolutely. Are some heist movies better than other heist movies? Yeah, 100%. Are any of them bad? No. There is no such thing as a bad pizza, and there is no such thing as a bad heist movie. Now, you may not like heist movies, but tell me one heist movie you think is a bad heist movie.
I don't have one.
And I challenge anybody to come at me with a bad heist movie, because there's not one. It's
comment on our social media with what you think a bad heist movie is.
I'll listen, but you're wrong. You may think Cece's Pizza is garbage. It's not garbage. There's a lot better, but it's still pretty good.
I enjoy Cece's. And you might not like pineapple on pizza. I fucking hate pineapple on pizza. But I'll have a slice or two if that's all that's there.
Well, and another thing with heist movies, you don't have to trick them up.
Yep.
You don't have to keep adding new things like pineapple to a heist movie. They're great the way they are.
This movie is a great example of that.
Fantastic airplane movie, too.
Yes. Oh, they are fantastic airplane movies. There aren't really rated R heist movies, are there?
I'm sure there are.
But not really.
Well, there's some like I would consider, what's the Ben Affleck, The Town, with Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
I would consider that a heist movie, and that's definitely rated R.
Yeah, but I'm saying in general, they're not really rated R. So typically they make really good airplane movies.
Oh, yeah.
What did you like about the movie?
The number one thing that stuck out to me, because it's been so long since I watched it, I knew there was a cool car chase. And when they go to LA, in my head, I'm like, how in the world are they going to pull off a cool car chase in LA? Because LA is a terrible city for car chases. It doesn't work for whatever reason. And by God, they pulled it off in this fucking movie.
They really did. And you're right, because as a teenager, like I took no mind in the fact that there was an LA chase scene.
Sure, I didn't know that when I was 13.
No, nor did I care.
Right.
But you're right. Like, as I'm older and they're doing it in LA, I'm just like, what the fuck's going on here? And they did it really, really well.
Yes, they did.
And watching the Mini Coopers in the subway just on the side of that was fucking cool.
Everything about the last chase scene was cool.
Yeah.
Everything they did with it was cool.
I pretty much like everything that you said about the movie, too. And, like, heist movies are just fun.
The cast ages remarkably well.
Yes.
Being, Charlize Theron and Mark Wahlberg. I don't think anybody knew who Jason Statham was at this time.
I don't think so either.
Was Snatch out yet?
I don't know.
Either that or it was around the same time, but...
And Seth Green, like, he had done maybe one Austin Powers movie, maybe two. No, he had done two. And Snatch had come out it came out in 2000.
Okay. So at this point, Jason Statham is, that's the guy from Snatch.
Yes. And yeah, Austin Powers' The Spy Who Shagged Me came out in 99, so Seth Green was a nobody. Mos Def was just a rapper.
Right.
And Mark Wahlberg was still Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He had pretty much done just Boogie Nights.
No, he had a couple good ones before this.
Did he?
He had the fishing movie with George Clooney.
The Perfect Storm?
Perfect Storm and Three Kings.
Did Three Kings come out before 2003?
Oh, yeah. Three Kings was like 2000, 2001, I think.
Okay. I will take whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I'll take your word for it, goddammit.
Anything you didn't like about it?
That lull that all heist movies have for about 45 minutes in the second act.
Okay, yeah. Just the second act of a heist movie. The second act of a heist movie, generally pretty slow. But
And that's why I don't like heist movies. Because all heist movies have to be about 2 hours long. Because you need that 45 minutes to set up the end of the movie. Because the heist inevitably will go wrong. And there has to be things that they do to fix it. And you need to know what will go wrong. And that's what that 45-minute lull, in quotes, is. I don't like that.
I know I'm getting into it in heist movies, so it doesn't bother me. Plus, I always think they usually do the, meet the crew in there, which helps it go by.
Yeah,
and then they show some cool gadgets and some cool planning.
There's cool shit in it. And like I said, like, you have to have that part to really understand and appreciate the ending.
Right.
So, like, I don't hate it, but, like, I like pretty much everything about this movie except that. Mm-hmm. And that's in all heist movies, which is why I'm not a big heist movie fan. But I enjoy every heist movie that I watch.
Yeah, because none of them are bad.
They're a lot like Will Smith and Tom Cruise movies to me.
Yeah, none of them are bad.
Yeah.
Will Smith has done some bad movies.
After Earth.
Hancock.
Yep. We don't have to keep going.
Okay.
He has them. Was it a good or bad movie? I know your answer.
Yeah, it's a heist movie. By definition, it's a good movie.
I will agree. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's slick. It looks good. The characters are fun. You get action. You get car chases. It's a good heist movie.
You get Charlize Theron in a white tank top for 3/4 of the movie.
Yep, the Michelle Rodriguez special.
Yep.
Love it.
Good chance you're going to be a good movie if you do the Michelle Rodriguez special for an hour and 30 minutes.
Especially with Charlize Theron, possibly the best looking human being on the planet.
Yeah. For fucking sure. BJ, it's your favorite part of the pod.
Oh, we're going deep into this movie, aren't we?
As deep as we can go. As some would say, balls deep.
I got a sneaky suspicion here. I think we're going to have the same 4.
Maybe.
I think we're going to have the same 4.
Not in the same order, though.
Probably not.
You want to go first? You want me to start her up?
I loved the movie so much. You go ahead and go first.
Okay. My number 4 favorite scene is the recon of the house.
Okay.
Yeah. I loved seeing Oscar from The Office. I love the big fucking dogs. I loved how jacked up all the house was. I love them seeing all the shit that they wanted to buy with the gold that Edward Norton just bought because he's not creative at all. I love Charlize Theron going in there as Cable Girl. Because in this scene, I get my Seth Green making fun of Handsome Rob impersonating him. Because I take this all the way up to when she leaves and she's going on a date with Edward Norton.
Oh, yeah, you go through the date because that dinner scene is...
I love being a pretty girl that she can just open a door in his house.
It must be so easy. Although Statham does the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. Handsome Rob.
What a great name.
I love that name. And I love that they called him Handsome.
Yeah.
They never called him Rob. They either called him Handsome Rob or Handsome.
Never just Rob.
So
never just Rob, never Robert, nothing.
And I'm not going to lie, Edward Norton was on point in this scene because I've never seen a cable guy look that good either.
The antennas go up.
If I was single and a cable guy showed up to my house looking like that, I might ask him out on a date too, because fuck me.
And Charlize Theron's not, oh, your girl next door cute. Charlize Theron is one of the most conventionally attractive people that has ever stepped foot on this earth.
Yeah. I'm at least throwing a shot. Like, it might miss the net, but I'm fucking going for it.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Thank you, Michael Scott. Your number 4 favorite scene?
My number 4 favorite scene has got to be, I'm going to go with the toasting of Dom Perignon in the Swiss Alps. And the betrayal of Edward Norton.
That was my number 1 honorable mention.
Because Edward Norton, fantastic actor, from all accounts, dog shit human being. Him playing a bad guy is fucking great.
Have you seen American History X?
Yeah, but he's kind of like an anti-hero-ish person in that.
Yeah, I mean, about halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. Primal Fear, have you ever seen that?
I have not.
Oh, watch that one.
Is he a bad guy in it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's Edward Norton's first movie.
That mustache, though, man.
Oh my gosh, that mustache was incredible. I can't believe he signed up for that shit.
It is so evil looking.
I'd have grown that out and I'd have told him no. I'd have told the director no.
I'd have been like, we're going to need something here.
Yeah.
This ain't flying.
No.
This ain't going to fly.
Tape some shit on my top lip.
That's what my mustache looked like when I was about 17.
Yeah. And there's a reason you don't have any pictures at 17 with the mustache.
Yeah, there's a reason I was shaving my face at 17.
Correct. Edward Norton, full grown ass man, just the shittiest mustache.
And,
I feel you, bro.
And are they dying of hypothermia in that water? Probably. Do I care? Nope.
Maybe, but I mean, at the same time, too, adrenaline's fucking crazy. Yeah, probably should they die? Yeah, but can I see the human body coming out of that just fine? Yeah.
All right, so I was wrong. We didn't have the same 4.
Yeah, from the get-go we didn't. My number 3 favorite scene, montage.
Getting the gang together.
Love the montage. It was great. Seth Green showing up on this stupid little motorcycle.
That was some of the best physical humor I've seen in a movie in a long time.
Agreed.
I feel like you don't get a lot of physical humor anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, that was funny.
Yes. Just the handsome Rob scene with introducing him with the car. Love that. And then Mos Def as a kid.
Mos Def as a kid. What an awesome part of that.
Just blowing that shit the fuck up. What? What? Your number 3 favorite scene?
That's my 3rd favorite scene too. For all the reasons you mentioned. It's hilarious.
Okay.
But I have to extend it just because I have to get this in here. Seth Green impersonating handsome Rob hitting on the cable girl from the car.
Okay.
Is absolute peak comedy as far as I'm concerned.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever watched. It was so funny. The DVD has a deleted scene of more impersonations of Seth Green.
Oh, where he's just riffing. He's just improv-ing the whole way.
Yeah.
That's peak comedy to me.
I'd buy the DVD for that.
I love those videos where they're, where they're sitting there and like Animal Planet narrating. The suburban woman walks into Target looking for shit she doesn't need. I love all of that shit. It's so funny to me. And I will not apologize for it being funny to me.
As you fucking shouldn't.
Had to throw that in there. Couldn't let this go without talking about that part of the movie.
My 2nd favorite scene, the opening heist in Venice.
Okay.
So much fun. Heist with boats.
Oh, in Venice, what a great place to have a big heist.
Oh my gosh.
And run away.
It was great.
Boats.
I loved it. It was such a good scene. And because it'd been so long since I watched this movie, I forgot where Edward Norton betrays the crew. So I thought it had something to do with the dump trucks or the trash people. Oh, I know there were no trucks in Venice, but the trash people.
The garbage man or whatever they were called.
I thought it had something to do with that. And so then when Edward Norton was like, they're in place, I'm just like, okay, it's going to happen later.
And you have no idea what they're doing when they're painting the explosives.
Correct.
And when it finally goes off and you see the safe drop, I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah. Loved it. Your 2nd favorite scene?
So this is pretty shocking. The final heist scene is not my favorite scene.
Okay.
It's my 2nd favorite scene.
And the Venice is your first?
Venice is my first, yeah.
Okay.
That scene is so much fun.
So my first favorite scene is the final heist. So let's just talk about these 2 scenes. Do you have anything else to say about the Venice heist scene before we go away from that as your number 1 scene?
Oh, I loved everything about it. Getting the time frame right. The handsome Rob driving off as a decoy.
Yeah.
It was all just brilliant. It was so smartly done. So well done.
I love how much Seth Green loves handsome Rob.
He does.
In this movie because he has such a fun time on that boat. He's just like,
wouldn't you?
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I would.
Beautiful. Venice is a beautiful city, too. It looks so cool in movies.
I can't wait to visit.
You better hurry up.
Right? Because it's slowly disappearing. And by slowly, I mean a lot because we don't give a shit about the Earth. Yeah. All right. So the final heist scene. Your number 2, my number 1.
Where does it start for you?
I don't know. Where does it start for you?
When the 3 trucks leave Edward Norton's place. The 3 trucks and the helicopter. When they leave, that's where it starts. That's when you buckle the fuck up because you're in for a ride.
Yeah. I think I'll start it with Mark Wahlberg punching the shit out of Edward Norton in the restaurant.
Okay.
Because I really like that scene. Because Edward Norton, like you said, the great bad guy thing, I was kind of scared for Charlize Theron in that scene for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because he turned it on like that.
Yes.
And so that's where I'll start that scene because that was intense.
That's the moment where you're like, oh, okay, he is a legitimate counterbalance to this crew.
Yeah.
He is smart enough to outsmart them.
Yes. Just not creative enough to. And he fucking tried.
He did. He's not bad. It's good.
And I think the reason he tried so hard and actually did it pretty good was because Mark Wahlberg called him out on that shit in that scene.
Yep.
And that
That might have been that was almost a fail on Wahlberg's part.
Yes.
He shouldn't have called him out.
No, he should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Because the heist would have been a lot easier.
Yep.
But just going on with this heist, the driving in the subway, the blowing up the concrete to get the fucking armored truck down there, fucking great.
Oh, with my boy Wrench.
Uh-huh.
Another great nickname.
Wrench and Skinny Pete.
Skinny Pete.
Some of the best characters that had 5 minutes of screen time that I've never seen.
Nothing to do with the movie.
No.
You could have easily had Jason Statham fix the cars up.
Yeah. Because he seems like the kind of person who would do shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the final heist scene was so fucking fun.
And making LA a fun chase scene.
Well, LA's had a fun chase scene before. It involved a white Bronco.
They were going much slower in that chase than they were in this movie. Did you know USC has Al Cowling's dorm? Has a dorm named after Al Cowling's?
Oh no, I did not know that.
Yes, they do.
That's fucking crazy. Why do they have that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
That seems like an oversight.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I guess he wasn't charged with anything criminally.
Well, and I guess OJ was
whatever
innocent. Like, according to them. That's fucking nuts. All right, anyways. What a good top four.
We're close to
we almost had the same four. If it wasn't for me enjoying the recon of the house so much, The Betrayal would have made my top four.
There's really no other scenes I really need to talk about. We already shouted out Skinny Pete and Wrench.
Yeah, no, there's no other scenes. That was it.
It's time for our movie-related topic. I think I got a good one for this one.
Okay.
In a heist movie, which character are you? Are you the mastermind? Are you the getaway driver? What are you?
I'm the explosions expert.
You're the blow stuff up real good guy?
Yeah. In fact, I kind of have a similar story to Left Ear. I can still hear. I'm all good. But one time I had firecrackers in my hand and I didn't throw them away fast enough and I blew up my hand with a black hat.
You almost Jason Pierre-Paul'd yourself.
Yes. When I was like 10 or 11. Like, that would have sucked so much dick if I lost a couple fingers at 10 or 11.
Yeah.
But I've always enjoyed fireworks. Like me and my late best friend would, growing up, we'd have Roman candle fights.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, where you try to hit each other's Roman candles and take a step closer every time you don't.
You go in and you put on your crappiest pair of blue jeans and your crappiest jacket.
Yep.
And you have Roman candle wars.
Yep.
Because someone's losing an article of clothing.
Yes. One time, me and that same friend, his name's Dalton, rest in peace, we almost blew up his older sister's house because we were just fucking drunk at 15, lighting fireworks and throwing them off the back porch of her house. And we dropped one as it was lit and had to kick it away. In East Texas, we weren't buying no shitty fireworks. No. You have land, you buy cool ones.
Yes.
Yeah, we almost blew up her house.
Yeah, and you buy shitty ones when you have kids.
Yes. Yeah. We were 15 and drunk and we had money. So we bought cool ones. So yeah, I would be the explosive expert.
All right.
What about you? So
I'm definitely not the mastermind. And if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, I'm the mastermind, no, you're fucking not. Of all the people I know, there's like one person that could be a mastermind. And if you think it's you, it's you.
It is you. Good job on picking the right choice.
You're the one person. So I'm a good driver, not a great driver. So that's out of the question. Obviously not the mastermind. Probably not the number two. So that leaves, I'm either the demolition guy or the crack safe person. Because I can specialize in some things. I can become a specialized safe cracker if you give me a little time and do it. I've got the steady hand. I'm cool under pressure. So I'm going to go with, I'll be the safe cracker.
Okay. I think that's a good choice for you.
I'll be the safe cracker. I'm not the mastermind. Like I said, almost nobody in this world is.
Right.
It's like saying you're Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
If you think you're Jim from The Office, you're Michael Scott. If you think you're Mark Wahlberg in this movie, you're probably Edward Norton.
Yes. But not as smart. But yeah, comment on our social media and tell us who you think you are.
Go ahead.
Especially if you think you're the mastermind, so we can roast the shit out of you.
at IRMFT Pod.
Do it. Now it's time for character breakdown. And what a cast we have. You're missing 2 names on this list. Let's knock them out right now. Skinny Pete and Wrench. I love the introduction of Skinny Pete.
Oh, I almost fell off my couch laughing when they showed Skinny Pete.
So fucking funny.
I was not expecting that.
I loved him trying to play putt-putt.
He made me laugh.
Yeah.
He made me laugh every step of the way.
He was amazing. And then Wrench, just a good character.
Oh, yeah.
No bullshit. Just good character.
What do you need this work done for? Things. Okay.
Got it, boss. Marky Mark.
So I looked up the good and bad IMDb's for you this week. There were so many people in the bad reviews that hate on Mark Wahlberg as an actor, and I'm not going to stand for it.
No, he's a good actor. He's not a great actor. We have this tier that we've talked about that our listeners don't know, from A to like what is it, C?
Well, yeah, we go below that, but so an A+ is Tom Hanks,
Al Pacino,
Meryl Streep, Robert De Niro,
Leonardo DiCaprio,
right.
Like the people that can pretty much win an Oscar anytime they want to.
Any movie they go in, they've got a chance to win an Oscar.
Wahlberg's
not that.
The lowest tier that can be nominated for an Oscar in our bullshit tier is a B+, right? Or was it a B?
So it's so hard because you've got people like Nicolas Cage who will absolutely give an A+ performance, but then just as easily give an F performance.
Yeah, so he I think he fits in like a B+.
He's his own category.
Yes, Nick Cage is his own category. I think Mark Wahlberg fits in a B+.
Yes, yeah.
He is good enough to get nominated, and if you're good enough to get nominated, you're a good actor.
Well,
you don't turn it on all the time.
Run down the cast of The Departed for me.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg's in there.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, Martin Sheen, Alec Baldwin,
Via Farmiga. And do you know who the best actor in that movie was?
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, baby.
It was Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
In a movie with all those people, the actor that stood out the most and was the best was Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
He is not bad. So I think I kind of have a theory why, like especially with this movie.
Okay.
So we talked about the movies he did up to this point.
Yeah.
So he was Dirk Diggler in the Paul Thomas Anderson movie Boogie Nights, where he essentially plays an immature adult.
Yep.
Then he was in Three Kings,
yep.
which he plays a jarhead.
Yep.
And then he was in The Perfect Storm, where he's essentially blue-collar Boston boy. So,
and then he was in Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes.
I can't speak on that movie. Is it bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty bad.
So he has 3 movies where he essentially plays different levels of not a very smart person, let's say, to be nice. And then he comes in this movie and he's smart, he's charming, he's prepared, he can improvise. And I don't think people quite got that from him because they were expecting him to be the dullard like he was in the movies prior to this.
Sure. Yeah, I see that. I also think that people just hate on Mark Wahlberg for some reason. Like, it's something that I've heard throughout his entire career is how bad of an actor he is. And I'm just like, he's not, though.
No.
Hell, I'm pretty sure that in the movie The Fighter, Christian Bale got nominated and it should have been Mark Wahlberg.
I think so. I think Wahlberg was better than Bale in that movie.
So, yeah.
So I just had to stand up for my boy Mark Wahlberg.
As we should. Motherfucker is dope. Charlize Theron.
So good in this movie. So good, period.
She pretty much does a good job in every movie she does.
Yeah.
My favorite Charlize Theron movie is Mad Max Fury Road.
That's fair.
It's an incredible movie. I can't wait to do that movie on this pod. Also another movie with very little CGI.
Sign me up.
Let's fucking do it. But yeah, Charlize Theron was great. I loved how she did a really good job of like falling under the pressure there for a minute.
Yes.
Because it was very believable.
It was her first time.
Hey! Edward Norton. We've already said he played a great bad guy. Give me more bad guy Edward Norton roles.
Well, especially knowing that he's a raging asshole.
Yes. Raging asshole. Put him in more bad guy roles.
Yeah.
But the reason he doesn't get more roles is because he's a raging asshole.
Hard to work with.
Yeah. Same reason Val Kilmer fell off the face of the earth, too.
That's a very similar. Is this his Wyatt Earp performance from Tombstone? No. Because it's a bad guy in a heist movie, they don't need to be that good.
No.
He was, but
He was.
They don't need to be.
No, they could have chose anybody else for this role.
If they chose a mid-level actor and they did it, it wouldn't have made this movie any worse.
Yes. Instead, they got an A-level actor.
Right.
Handsome Rob.
Jason Statham.
I love Jason Statham. I'll watch anything Jason Statham does.
He's so charming in this movie.
Yes.
You can even tell how much Seth Green thinks he's so cool. He is.
He is.
So cool.
He's the coolest guy out of the crew.
Yeah. His name is Handsome Rob.
Yeah, and they call him handsome. That's not a nickname.
And they're not just calling you handsome because you are handsome. They're calling you that because you're cool as shit. Too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You are fucking handsome, Rob. Cool motherfucker. And he played the cool motherfucker so well.
Yeah.
Left ear. Most Def.
I didn't realize Most Def was so funny.
I didn't either.
I really liked him in this movie.
I'd like to see Most Def in more movies.
And it was kind of like, what happened?
Yeah, I want, like I said, I want to see him in more movies.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job in this movie. I mean, he's essentially Don Cheadle in Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of wonder how that movie would be with Most Def in that role.
I was about to say, would you have liked Most Def as Don Cheadle in Ocean's 11?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Cool.
That's a bad British accent.
Yeah.
That our boy Don Cheadle's rocking in that movie.
Can't be good at everything.
No, because he's a great actor. But
the Napster.
what a stupid ass nickname. Why the?
I think.
Why not just call him Napster?
Was his nickname? Did he want the Napster, or did he want the real Napster?
He wanted the Napster, but he did put the real Napster on the police.
Okay,
or not police, but traffic.
Yeah, which we didn't mention in the final heist, but what a great little bit with the lights.
Oh, he was killing it.
Yeah,
and he's perfect for that.
Oh yeah,
that nerd in the heist movie role.
Seth Green did great in this movie, and it was funny because my only knowledge of Seth Green is the Austin Powers movies, this movie, and Robot Chicken. And so I'm watching this movie, and I'm just like, I don't really get it. Like, I don't get how Seth Green made it. Like, he's great in Austin Powers, but other than that, I don't get it. And then the handsome Rob impersonation scene happened, and I'm like, okay, I get it. This shit's fucking funny.
Robot Chicken was quality shit when I was baked in college.
I might have to get baked and watch Robot Chicken just to see.
I'll never forget the time I was baked in college, and there's a scene where there's an alarm clock rolled up in bed, and there's a little kid on the nightstand going, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I look over at my buddy who was also stoned, and he is legitimately rolling on the floor laughing so hard at that scene.
My favorite of those kind of shows from back in the day, and I want them to bring it back. I want them to do reruns somewhere. I want them to put it on somewhere. I don't know. But
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it Squidbillies?
No. It's Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, God.
I loved that shit. Like, show me more of that. That shit cracked me the fuck up.
That was so dumb. Claymation Celebrity Boxing Deathmatch.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I love that. Which, me loving that, you would think that I'd be into Robot Chicken. But anyways, to end it with Donald fucking Sutherland.
thought by many to be the best actor to never be nominated for an Oscar.
I didn't know that. Cool. He is a good actor.
He is.
I enjoy watching Donald Sutherland movies, and I haven't seen a lot.
No, he's very seldom the star. I don't know when he got his start. I don't know if he was a late in life guy, but he's still kicking around doing movies and still doing a great job.
Maybe he'll win that Oscar.
Here's rooting for you, Donnie.
Donnie. You're much cooler than your son. And I like 24.
Kiefer Sutherland in 24.
Jack Bauer.
Where's the girl?
What a cool fucking name. Jack Bauer. I want my name to be that cool. I got stuck with Jacob Ekus. My name in my girlfriend's tribal language is Jakufu, which sounds way cooler than Jacob.
Yeah.
Jakufu is cool. My favorite part of the pod, trivia and facts.
Lot for this movie?
Oh, yes, there is a lot for this movie. This is a remake of Michael Caine's movie, The Italian Job. And they had some of the trivia on here. None of it was interesting enough to read. So if you're curious about that, go read it yourself.
According to Roger Ebert, it's basically the names are the same and they drive Mini Coopers.
Yes.
That's about it.
Which is why I didn't do any of the trivia, because the trivia reflected that.
Yeah, okay.
The value of the stolen gold is repeatedly listed as $35 million. In 2003, when the film was released...
That ain't no lie. They said it a lot.
A lot. In 2003, when the film was released, gold prices ranged from around $320 to $420 per ounce. At an average price of $370 per ounce, $35 million in gold would weigh just shy of 3 tons at 5,912 pounds.
Okay. Should be enough to lower a truck a little bit.
Just a little. The director, F. Gary Gray, says...
What do you have against Gary Gray?
Nothing.
Why are you saying F. Gary Gray?
Because fuck that guy. He cried from laughing so hard from Seth Green's improvised lines while doing the impersonation of Jason Statham as handsome Rob hitting on Becky. Cried from laughing. As he should have, because it's fucking funny.
It's hilarious.
I wonder how you shoot scenes like that, where you have to stay quiet and do, like, how long does that take? When someone as funny as Seth Green is doing that shit.
So you got the boom mic. He's by himself in a car.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you got the boom mic in your car so you can't hear everyone else laughing.
Okay. That would make sense. Like I mentioned earlier, there's an Easter egg on the DVD. Seth Green improvises different versions of his mocking commentary as handsome Rob seducing Becky. Seth Green claims he was the creator of Napster, the first online file sharing service for music, and that it was stolen by his college roommate, Sean Fanning. And the flashback of Lyle sleeping and his roommate taking the disc out of the PC that has Napster on it, his roommate is portrayed by the real Sean Fanning, the legitimate creator of Napster. While Fanning steals the disc in the scene, the bottom of a Metallica poster can be seen on the wall. Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich was famously a very vocal critic of Napster, and Metallica filed a lawsuit against the service for copyright infringement and racketeering.
Yeah, I remember that. So they had to get the sign off from the Napster guy.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's down for bits.
Oh, yeah. So down for bits.
Yeah.
I mean, that was proven with the network. With whatever his name
Zuckerberg.
is. Yeah. Who played him? Jesse Eisenberg. That's what I was thinking. Here's your little Edward Norton I'm a dick trivia. Yeah. Edward Norton made it clear that his participation in this film was a result of contractual obligation, not choice. He had signed a 3-movie deal with Paramount, of which Primal Fear, his breakthrough movie, was the first. He kept dismissing scripts for the other 2 films of the deal until Paramount coerced him into accepting a role in this film. Norton did not hide his misery on set, clashing with the crew throughout it, and when the producer handed out gifts to the cast over the movie's surprisingly strong box office performance, Norton returned the gift with a note stating, quote, "Give this to someone you actually like, or someone who actually likes you."
What a dick.
What a fucking dick.
Especially because everything I hear about Wahlberg, Charlize Theron, Jason Statham is that they're all just super nice people.
Yeah. Could you imagine them having to work with a fucking douchebag?
And I'm sure Seth Green is a nice guy too.
Yeah, and Mos Def, yeah.
And they're just like, Can you believe this fucker?
Yeah. I can't imagine it. I bet it's horrible. Mark Wahlberg was originally interested in the role of Steve Frizzelli, but F. Gary Gray thought he was perfect for Charlie, which I agree with.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg needs to be the good guy.
Yeah.
According to Theron, when she was filming The Italian Job with stunts that required precise technical driving, Mark Wahlberg would do a 360 and start puking while Theron yelled, "What's up, girl?" at him. That was a little misplaced. I have stunt trivia too, but that was the best stunt trivia.
I'm glad you did that, especially after talking about what a dick Norton is.
Right.
Theron's just fucking with Wahlberg.
Jason Statham and Charlize Theron appear in The Fate of the Furious, also about fast cars and robbery, which is also directed by F. Gary Gray. Theron played the main antagonist, and we love our Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, we do.
We are big fans. When the film performed surprisingly well at the box office, there were rumors of a sequel while the film was still showing in theaters. An early script had been set in Brazil, and it was called The Brazilian Job, which, what a great name.
That sounds so dirty.
It sounds so dirty. With Mark Wahlberg, Charlize Theron, Jason Statham, and Seth Green attached to reprise their roles. But the sequel fell apart after key people at Paramount Pictures left by the end of 2004, and rough drafts of the script proved unsatisfactory. However, Wahlberg said as recently as 2015 that a sequel was still a possibility.
Ooh.
I'm like, let's fucking do it. The beautiful woman in Lyle's house at the end of the movie is played by Kelly Brook, Jason Statham's real girlfriend at the time the film was shot.
Okay.
Love that.
He literally blew her clothes off with that speaker.
Yes, like he said he wanted to. Here's my Mini Cooper trivia. 32 Mini Coopers were used throughout the shooting. A Mini Cooper with 2 steering wheels was used for some of the shooting in order for a stunt driver to drive the car while one of the actors performed for the camera. This car is now part of the Mini Factory Tour in Cowley, Oxford, England.
That's a cool trick.
Yeah.
The double steering wheel, but the camera's only showing the actor?
Yeah. They should have done that in Fast 5 when you can clearly see Vin Diesel's not driving the car on the train scene. Mark Wahlberg said that driving a Mini Cooper is like, quote, like driving a really high-powered go-kart. 2 electric-powered Mini Coopers and 1 Mini Cooper S had to be specialty built for the film since gasoline-powered vehicles are not allowed to operate in Los Angeles' all-electric subway system for safety reasons.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want carbon emission,
No, but I just thought that was cool. Like 2003, they're just like, yep, totally electric-powered cars. We can do this, but we're still going to wait 2 decades.
The electric car was invented before the combustion engine.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. My stunt trivia. During the end of the final chase scene, the helicopter pilot actually flew under the freeway overpass.
Whoa!
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that makes it way cooler.
Yes, it does. We didn't even talk. There's a helicopter in this movie
I know.
we didn't even talk about. And the helicopter is doing the little chicken dance with the Mini Coopers at one point.
How did we not bring that up in the final heist scene?
That was our fault.
At least we still talked about it,
Yeah.
goddammit. The principal actors in the movie did most of the stunt driving themselves. While all the principals needed stunt driving lessons, Yasin Bey, a.k.a. Mos Def, who is from New York City, needed a little more work because he didn't have his driver's license at the onset of production.
Yeah, people in New York.
Yeah,
New
York people are wild.
There's no reason to
never drive.
There's no reason to.
It's so mind-boggling to me being from Texas.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, we live in the same metroplex and we live an hour apart.
Yeah.
In interviews, Jason Statham said that in addition to the stunt driving course they all received, he got 2 days driving tuition from Damon Hill, the British ex-world champion Formula One driver. However, all the cast members acknowledged that Charlize Theron was easily the best driver among them.
She seems like the kind of person that is pretty much good at everything.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she's good at pool.
Yeah.
I feel like she can still run a real fast 40 time. I feel like she's good at everything.
Yeah, I feel that. And to reiterate everything about the stunt trivia, most of the actors did their own stunts, even driving down the stairs in the LA Metro. How fucking cool is that?
There's nothing that looks cooler than cars driving downstairs in movies.
No, there's not.
I think they do that in one of the Bourne movies, if not all of the Bourne movies.
Because they fucking should, because it looks
so
cool. I have location trivia. Filming on location posed some challenges. The opening heist sequence in Venice, Italy was strictly monitored by the local authorities due to the high speeds at which the boats were driven, which were over the legal limit.
Of course.
Yeah, and the Venice authority allowed the crew to go over the speed limit for the boat chase sequence, which is cool. The frigid temperatures at Paseo Sedia and the Italian Alps created problems during production. The guns would jam, and if you could imagine not being able to walk 40 feet with a bottle of water without it freezing, those are the conditions in which we had to work. As Gary Gray remarked, pedestrians had to be allowed to use the sidewalks of Hollywood Boulevard between takes. Also, scenes that took place on freeways and city streets were only filmed on weekends. The metro tunnel was so huge that it wouldn't fit in any soundstage in Los Angeles. It was built in the hangar where the first space shuttle was assembled. They used every inch available in that hangar.
Where was it?
I just don't understand how they did this with $60 million.
I mean, that right there seems like a $20 million project in and of itself.
Yeah. Fucking nuts. The production shut down Hollywood Boulevard and Highland Avenue for 7 days to shoot the chase scenes, which had never happened before filming. Ever.
Again, that's not free.
No. You're taking so many people out of work.
Yeah.
300 cars were used to stimulate the traffic jam at the intersection of Hollywood Boulevard and Highland Avenue, which was taken over by the production crew for a week. I just said that. We just didn't know how many cars was used. 300. And to end the trivia, the screenwriters actually have a friend nicknamed Handsome Rob.
I bet that guy's cool.
I bet that guy's fucking way cool. But yeah, that's my trivia. I had fun looking at this trivia. It was a lot of fun.
Well, speaking of Handsome Rob, we're going to do our Seth Green imitating Handsome Rob and Becky.
Okay.
Hi, the name's Handsome Rob. Ooh, I love your name. Yeah, a lot of people do. Ooh, I love your accent. I bet that's not the only thing you love of mine. What do you mean? I've got this 10-inch trouser snake in here. Let's say we go back to my room and you can tickle the pickle. Ooh, I love to tickle the pickle. The floor is yours.
That was good. I don't know how I'm going to beat that one. That was good.
Tickle the pickle.
It's hard to beat Tickle the Pickle.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Handsome Rob. Oh, you are handsome. That's why they call me Handsome Rob. I've got more than just my handsome face that's handsome on me. Would you like to meet my other Handsome Robbie? Who's Handsome Robbie? Well, you know that American Pie movie where they fucked an apple pie? Yeah. I didn't have to do that because Handsome Robbie's fucking big. You want to meet Handsome Robbie? I'd love to meet Handsome Robbie. Let's come in the back of this van. Thanks. Appreciate that.
That might be our best one, too.
I think so, too.
That was good.
I came pretty hard after the Tickle the Pickle.
Yeah.
I'm glad I went with the American Pie bit. Final thoughts on the movie in general. BJ, what's your rating of this classic?
Again, I'm probably not the person for a critical review of a heist movie because I love them all. And I love this one. And to me, this is a good, solid 8.5. Just slick, cool, fun heist movie. 8.5 from BJ.
Okay. I originally had this movie at a 6.2.
All right. That seems low.
Yeah. And I remember giving Nightmare on Elm Street 6.9.
Mm-hmm.
This is a better movie than Nightmare on Elm Street. I give this a 7.
Okay. But the exact IMDb rating that it has, which, like I said, it's fair.
Yeah.
It's a heist movie that does nothing no movie before it hasn't done.
It was entertaining for 2 hours. I was never really bored. Like, the lull in the middle was, like, long for my taste, but I wasn't bored because there was shit happening the entire time.
Yeah,
Seth
Green was making fun of Handsome Rob.
Yeah. And you had the fucking montage.
Yeah.
We also have our first review from our editor are what are we calling this segment?
I think we're going to call it our pessimistic producer's problems.
Okay.
Because he is an eternal pessimist.
Tristan Swam. Here we go. You have it, right?
I have it. The Italian Job is great if you enjoy uninspired, unoriginal films. You can tell from the opening montage, the cast is full of big names, but not necessarily good names, and some dumb names like Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
So he's in the category that doesn't like Wahlberg. Edward Norton is one of the most talented actors of his generation. He also may have one of the worst mustaches of his generation. He looks like a try-hard mall cop in this movie. Oscar from The Office is the security guard, which may be the standout performance of this movie. Subtle humor, entertaining dialogue, and chemistry between the cast was oddly great, despite none of the actors being great except for the John Waters-esque Edward Norton. Now, having said that, I know what to expect from a heist movie, and this one is exactly what you would expect. My final comments are, what was the point of Handsome Rob as the car guy? He does nothing but sleep with a chick, steal her shirt and a key. The one time the group needs something special with cars, he calls someone else in for help, which is very astute observation.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what the point is. He's cool as shit.
Yeah. He's Handsome fucking Rob, Tristan.
So all that being said, what do you think our pessimistic producer rated the movie?
Probably a 6.
He gave it 7 gold bars out of 10.
Okay. 7 gold bars. Nice touch, Tristan. All right. Me and Tristan have the same rating, but not the same views of the movie.
Yeah, because he's an eternal pessimist.
Yeah. Our pessimistic producer's problems with this film. Should they remake this remake?
No.
No.
A heist movie is a heist movie. I don't care if it's a remake or not.
No. Yeah, exactly. You want to pull a heist in Venice, pull a heist in Venice.
Sure. If you want to do the Brazilian Job or the Hanoi Job, whatever.
Do them all.
Yeah.
But I'm for it too.
Yeah, a heist movie is a heist movie.
Yep. That's probably why I like Fast and the Furious movies so much, because they're all heist movies and there's not that lull in the middle.
Yeah, they're half action, half heist movies.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good and bad reviews from IMDb.
Whew. Let me tell you something. The bad reviews were kind of hard because seemed like a lot of people that either didn't like Mark Wahlberg, didn't like heist movies, or was disappointed that it wasn't like the original.
Yeah, and those reviews make not good ones.
No.
They're very boring to read.
I found one I think you're going to like, though.
Let's see. All right, well, as always, start with the 10 out of 10. Fabulous! ! By V. Wiseman 27. This movie is on my bucket list of best movies ever.
Oh, yeah! Yes!
Okay. When my kids are old enough to handle it, this movie will be required viewing. Okay. Every time it pops up on the movie guide, I can't resist watching it. I should share the fact that I enjoy movies that provide entertainment. Do I notice some goofs and factual errors? Absolutely. Do I care? No. Here are the facts about this movie from my perspective. Rock solid character development and storyline. Story is simplistic, characters have fairly two-dimensional development, and all require some suspension of disbelief. If you don't like it, watch a fucking documentary.
This guy.
This plot offers classic characters from Greek tragedies and Shakespeare. The thief of the heart.
It does not.
The thief of the heart. The thief of the heart who is going straight after this last job. The heartbreaker thief. The geek thief. The brilliant thief of the chip. The scum thief who betrays everything and everyone. Then, as added spice, you have the straight-laced daughter who goes rogue to avenge her father. Lastly, this is the story that illustrates the edict of honor among thieves. All these thieves band together to pursue the thief who has violated this sacrosanct honor. I love the relationships in this movie. That is, what makes me watch this film time and time again. All these characters are so attractive and conflicted. I love how they interact with each other. Naturally, they complement each other, but the beauty of this screenplay is how they enrich each other in the one-on-one interactions. There is good-natured teasing between Charlie, Rob, Left Ear, and Lyle. Gradually, Stella is allowed into the boys' club, but with respect for her skills and contribution, not because she is just a pretty face. Honestly, this is the movie that makes me want to embark on a life of crime. If I could find partners like Charlie, Stella, Rob, Left Ear, and Lyle, I would be willing to consider high-stakes theft. Please, people, this is movie making at its summit. If you love deliberate suspension of disbelief, watch this movie. Just enjoy the artistry of the story and character development and the craftsmanship of the actors and directors.
He's welcome on the podcast.
Anytime. Please come on. You and your Greek tragedy,
Shakespearean characters.
Shut up. The only thing I didn't like about his review is he didn't call Handsome Rob. He called him Rob.
Yeah, I should have just called him Handsome.
Yep. Now for my not good one. 2 out of 10. And oddly enough, it's titled Not Good.
Yeah, you rated it 2 out of 10. We figured.
Yeah. It's by Dolly 44023. It is drivel, mind-numbingly, suffocatingly bad, barely a step up artistically from a billboard advertisement for your local cost cutters.
Ugh.
If you are ignorant, eat too much fast food, dislike reading books, and rely on pulp culture as your life coach, then this movie is for you. Charlize Theron is beautiful and sexy. The only reason I didn't give it a 1 out of 10. And that's funny because I don't think we do any of those things. And this is a movie for us. We're not ignorant. We don't eat too much fast food. We both like reading books.
Yeah.
And we both don't like pop culture.
Oh, dude, you quote Jay and Silent Bob half of your life.
That's not really pop culture.
Yeah, that's true.
We like stuff in pop culture, but it says rely on pop culture as your life coach.
Oh, okay.
We don't do that. And this movie's for us.
Yeah.
So that guy's wrong. Should people watch this movie? And the answer is yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun, well-made heist movie.
And you're going to see one of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life when Seth Green impersonates Handsome Rob.
Hilarious.
Watch it just for that scene.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, the Venice heist is pretty cool, too.
It is. And so is the final heist. Yeah. I mean, it's all a good movie, but if you had to be talked into it, let it be the Seth Green impersonation.
Yeah, of course. I rated this movie high enough. Yeah, go see it.
Watch a fucking movie.
Even if you're on an airplane. Even if you're on an airplane, you need to kill 2 hours.
Yep.
Here's the movie, because I felt like it was a pretty quick 2 hours.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't feel like I was watching a 2-hour movie. It went by pretty quick.
Yeah. And that's something that heist movies do a good job of.
That's why they're such good airplane movies.
Yeah. What do we got next week?
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Our first Coen Brothers film?
Our first Coen Brothers film.
Fuck yes.
Hillbilly Homer's Odyssey.
As much as I wanted it to be The Big Lebowski, if it wasn't going to be The Big Lebowski, it's got to be Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Probably both of our second favorite Coen Brothers movies.
Yeah, probably. Which really says a lot, because No Country for Old Men is a fucking force.
Oh, No Country's my number one.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think I like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou better than
The Big Lebowski. Yeah. Really? Okay.
It may change.
Yeah, especially after rewatching it.
They're pretty close, but
yeah, I feel that. But yeah, join us next week for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
What's it streaming on?
Yeah, watch this on AMC Plus if you sign up with that with your Amazon Prime or Hulu.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited for this. I love this movie.
So follow us on our social medias at IRMFT Pod.
That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And OnlyFans. You can see pictures of our feet. Until next time.
That's us at IRMFT Pod.